Mm. Mm. Let's get this straight. Okay. Mm. Let's just hit clear. Clear. That helps. Mm. Somebody been in my chair. Mm. Hi. How are you, Ari? Whew. Okay. Somebody's been in my chair. All right. Let me make sure I'm still. Yeah, that's better. Hmm. It's weird. I'm waiting for sound, but yeah. My phone. That's my phone. I hear it. Did I leave it? No, I couldn't have left it. Oh. Mm. Charge my phone. My phone is about to die, y'all. Okay. Okay. Let me turn this down. Real quick. Turn it all the way off. All right. I'm great. How are you? I'm good. I am good. Blessed. Yeah. Good, good. Great question. I don't know. I got up this morning and then I realized that I do the same thing every morning. I'm just grateful for waking up. And then I realized I woke up and I was just so excited that I woke up. Um, yeah. And then I read something that just um, made me even more grateful because somebody else didn't wake up. It was tragic. And so I was just like, wow. Um, I woke up. If I had not um, been as fortunate as that other person, yeah. So I'm just grateful. Very, very grateful. And grateful to see another year. So, yeah. As what's today? Thought I would do answer questions because I don't think I had anything scheduled to go up today. Because I think I always do a live chat on this day. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what I've always done. And I thought I would just come and answer some questions. I've gotten questions, some things I've replied to, and they're coming. It's video requests and stuff like that. Yeah, I thought I would just come and answer some questions, check in, see how everybody's doing, and yeah. I think, is there anything else? My mind is not what it used to be. When you have a million things going on, you just, yeah, it come back to me. But hopefully everybody is doing well and in good health. So everybody's doing good here. And let me see, do I have any updates before I kind of touch on some questions? No, it's just so much going on. I know I always say that, but it's crazy. It's just a lot of stuff going on. And I forget. I try to put stuff up. Not forget, but, you know, family is priority. So I try to update Facebook and what do you call that thing? Instagram as I can. A lot of times that stuff is late, but yeah, or delayed, I should say, not late, because I'm not a, y'all know I'm not a social person. It's when I can, but it's there nonetheless. And I was just sitting here, I'll show you guys something, playing around. What advice would you give a mother who's dealing with a 4-year-old temper tantrum? Is it too early to introduce math to a 4-year-old? All right, answer that question. That is a very good question. Very good question. Yeah, just finished editing. Facebook is popping off today. Hey, yeah. I was sitting here playing on Facebook with this dude. Y'all, that's my brother and my dad. Okay, so I don't know. You tell me. Do we look alike? Yeah, we do. I can't even deny that. He can't deny us. But yeah. Anyway, somebody said I don't look 40 something. I look 18. Y'all, I get that all the time, and I'm over it now. It used to bother me a lot because I had the kid. I would have the kids with me, and you know, and then they would say, well, you don't look like you have that many kids to be that age. You look good. You look, you know, you just don't look like you have that many kids. You don't look that age. And yeah, I think somebody said, yeah, I was carded for something. And I'm like, you know what? This chick right here is my card. She's 20, okay? Because I have my daughter with me. And then my husband was saying, look, you're going to have to get over the fact that you don't look your age. You're probably never going to look your age. Your kids look older than you. So, I don't know. Good genes. But yeah, I was joking with my brother. I told him I got the good genes. He just turned my age a couple of months back. We're like some months apart. But yeah, I said I got the good genes because I was born first. But anywho, what advice? Okay. Temper tantrums. When a child is just like a baby, when a baby cries, they need something that's a form of communication. You know, you're wet, you need changing, you need to be fed, you need to be held, you're bored, you need to be stimulated. So 9 times out of 10, the tantrums are coming from lack of stimulation. And they just need sometimes just like us, we get upset and just want to be unbothered, and everybody's bothering you, and you kind of have your little mom fit. But I'll come to the room and shut the door and just decompress, and that way I don't blow up at the kids, because a lot of times it's just nothing. Kids are going to be kids, and as old as I am and as many kids as I have, I know that. And I can't even say I never was the blow up type mom. I never was that type. Yeah, they're going to hear my wrath about some things, but that is actually after they become older, when I would say preteenish, because preteens are mouthy, and they're coming into their own and they want to test you. So I have to let them know I'm not your friend, I'm your mom, and this is how it is. But I've never been one, with the little ones. Yeah, they have their tantrum. I have a 4-year-old. She'll be 5 next week. But yeah, she looks sweet. I love her. She told me, "Mom, you got your farmer shirt on today." I look like a farmer. But anywho, find out what it is she needs or he needs. Okay, because I know I'm, talking to other people. Are they sleepy? Are they hungry? Are they bored? Do they just want to spend time with you? Sit down and read a book. Sit down and talk to your child. Color with your child. Play with your child. Go cook something. Teach them how to do something, laundry, something like that. My child just told me the other day, I mean, she's 4, but she's grown. I'm bored, Mom. And I said, well, why don't you get a coloring book? Or go read some books, because, she's all over this reading thing. Or do some art. Okay, I want to do some art. So, that just... And oftentimes I find she's the one that's always by herself doing whatever. She's unbothered by everybody. She can entertain herself. So when she gets older, she's the last one here, I'm not going to have to worry about her. I can just go and leave her. Not that I'm neglecting her, but she's like an only child. She does not need, constant stimulation and attention from me. But yeah, find something, I keep a lot of stuff on hand just to keep them busy. Other times, tantrums, it could be something underlying. They could be stressed out about something. I always say the thing that people often ignore is TV. TV. Watch what they are watching, because whatever they watch will produce different behaviors and attitudes. And also the things that you're watching. Be mindful. I don't even watch. You guys know what I watch. And my kids are not in here when we watch TV. And yeah, they don't even know. They'll see me watching a video on YouTube or something. And sometimes they like to watch a certain mom here, a homeschool mom. And so they'll come in here and watch with me. And other than that, I don't let them, watch things that I don't even watch bad stuff, because that stuff get in your head. It just mess up your head. So, and then it also, the same thing that the effect that the TV has on the child, it has that effect on the adult, of course. If you're watching something, y'all, I'm to be honest, yeah, I'm, sometimes don't have anything to do, so I'm watching drama, YouTube drama. Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't even want to put any names out there, but that stuff gets in your head. My husband's like, why are you watching that? And I'm like, I don't know. And it's somebody that man, they straight lying. And I don't like to say that, but that person is very, 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 very close to our vicinity. And, oh my gosh, just lying for views. And I'm like, I wonder one day if I just go over there and be like, but y'all, I'm not that type. I'm not that type. Just bust them out. But I'm not. But I just wanted to see because somebody said watch so-and-so, so I'm trying to support. And then I found out, you stay right there. And you telling people you live over yonder. It's a whole mess. Okay, I noticed she likes puzzles. I'm at the same stage with my 1-year-old. It's turning 2 tomorrow. Oh, how blessed. Ooh, my 13-year-old son just went back to school for homeschooling for 5 years. He now have test anxiety in math. He can do the work, but when tests come, he freezes. He has test average in the district in all areas. Okay. Did you do any kind of standardized testing with him while he was homeschooled? Or anything like, when I tell you guys, sometimes I will pop up, I do follow certain things. And I do, certain standards. I do little tests. They don't really know it's a test, but I do follow that stuff because I want them to not be in that position. Not that it's bad, but I don't want to shock them. And let me scroll this up. If you didn't, apparently, well, I'm sure the teachers know that the child was homeschooled, and they know what homeschool is. There's really, testing is unless it's required by state. There's no mandate, and they should have some sort of, I can't say grace, but some sort of help for you that you can do, like on the after school, on the weekends. Another thing, you may even want to consider a tutor. And let them kind of, I don't want to say give them tests, but work them through that anxiety. Maybe get some sample tests and work that way. Yeah, I can totally understand that. Hey, Mama 4. Because I have not, guys, I'm still using, if you guys are watching the curriculum, yeah, I finally got the stuff up. That's it. That's all I'm using. I am going to show you guys the work that they have been producing thus far. This is, I know some of y'all probably thought she put 2030 on it. Yeah, that's it. I am not changing anything. We're not switching. I don't have a need. We've been using this stuff so far with no problem. There's no need. This is just basic grammar, basic math. There's no, no frills and no fluff. I can do what I want with it. If I need to add on to it, there are the resources that we use, like the literature and things like that. I can add on to that stuff. But there, as far as let me go try this curriculum, I don't need to do that anymore. We're doing this, and this is what works. It's no more than getting a piece of paper and writing the stuff down and having your child fill in, whatever. That's just the easiest way to teach a child anything. Yeah, so let me pull out let me see, I thought I had one right here. No, I cleaned up. I forgot. Hold on. Here's my handy right here. You guys, I have used forever and a day these Spectrum test preps. I would get these at Barnes and Noble or Costco, and I have all the way to, I don't know, whatever they make. But this is it covers everything, all the subjects. Trying to get rid of that glare. And I pull out these, and I will let them work on, like if they're doing something in math, to get them in a test format. I will pull out those about once a week, and they will do, something in writing, something in math, something like that, just to show them a test format. Now, they don't know that, well, I did tell them. They didn't, as far as timed or anything, they're not timed, but they had no idea that, it was a test, and I'm not really using it as a test. I just want to get them in the habit of knowing test format, what they would, normally see. And because math, language arts, stuff like the grammar, is worded different than doing something straight out of a, run-of-the-mill curriculum. So, we pulled those out, and they worked through those, and, easy peasy. And I said, hey, if you were in school, this is what you would see on a test. Obviously, it would be more, and, this is something standard for everybody. So, but I see that they don't have any problem with it. If it is something, I tell them, okay, I don't want to, I'm not going to help you with this. I want you to do this by yourself. And if they do have any questions, I will answer them. But typically, they just do it. They realize, okay, we did this on this, and this is what this is. Okay, do it. So, who said you have used Saxon? Okay. He is afraid of getting a bad grade, but he can do the work. He's mentioned he's afraid to disappoint me. Status teachers. He recently just spoke with the counselor. Okay, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a tough one, having to transition into school, and then the tests and things like that. The counselor, that's a good move. I would just say just stay in close communication with the teacher or teachers, and I think things should be fine. Just, remind them that there are kids that have been in a situation and are in this situation every day, and there's no need. If anything, he would have an edge over everybody else, because I'm looking at the, such wide variety of things that we, can, include in homeschooling, and just the thought process. They have a different thought process, the kids, and just let them know, hey, don't stress out about it. Disappointed? No. Positive reinforcement. Not to say, even when the test scores come back and the scores are, I don't know, they really shouldn't be too much of a measure if you know your child. But let them know, hey, this is just something that has to happen, because, they're basically, that's what schools do. They're just teaching for test scores. And it's not a measure of how smart he is, or how, how intelligent, how much he knows, that type of thing. Those tests, we all know tests are biased. And, yeah, I just take it, like a grain of salt. I know one year one of my kids did not even take the test or the makeup test. She had a surgery, and, they stress, they have to take the test, they have to pass the test. It's not true. It is not true at all. And then I had the one that, took the test and had to retake the test because of the score. And what it did to everybody else was brought everybody else down because hers was so high. And it wasn't like she was cheating or anything, but she set an all new curve and had to retest because she basically only missed one thing. And I think the second time it was perfect, and they were like, what? So, yeah. Don't, I wouldn't stress over that. I think it's something we did in there. Another thing. Yeah. Then too, with these books, you can also take these and just use these. You can use these on a daily basis. You guys know the answers are in the back. I will share these. I don't know if anybody wants to see what's in them and how they work. The answers are in the back. And these are state standard, current state standards. Yeah. You can take those things and just use, pick a problem, take one of the math problems, and just work through one. I wouldn't try to go through all of them. It's only usually about 4 or 5 of them anyways, but work through one and see, how well, because these in these books, they actually do make them think. I like the logic behind them. It's not something, you just go in there and see, 5 times 10. You have to actually think. And that's what they're accustomed to using Raise. Raise is not, just basic facts. It's living. And there's a lot of word problems in there. So they have to think. And I always kind of taught them like that. Just trying to get them to understand just even basic, 4 plus 4, or, if I give you 4 of this and somebody else gave you 4 more, how many would you have? And that type of thing, not just 4 plus 4. So they actually get it and they understand the why behind it. So be creative, be creative when you use things. Don't just look at it and say, okay, just open the book and do this. Okay, things I use Khan Academy and I excel. Okay, yes. I'm looking in you tell him to find a way for him to not stress over the test. Yeah, that's a good one. And, the day before, do something special. The day of the test after school, do something special so that, he can take his mind off of it and not have to worry about it. And, yeah, I said, basically, I know it's hard to tell kids not to stress over that, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world at all. I've not, my child call home just about every day. She don't ever remind me, oh, I didn't take my test when I was in the, 3rd grade. That's just, how could you not let me make up that test? It didn't play, any measure on her getting into Duke. And, yeah. I'm trying to think. She might have missed something in high school. I don't know. Or somebody did. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, somebody did. But, yeah, schools will sure run it. But like I say, get in good, keep talking with the teacher and maybe even have a conference with the teacher and the child. And that way everybody's on one accord. Yeah, ISL is good. Oh, man. I'm trying to think. Puzzles. Let's go back to this puzzle thing. Yeah, there's puzzles. are a good distraction. Art. But yeah, guys, good questions. And like I said, just as far as those, watch the tantrums. Keep a diary. Sometime it helps to keep track of the tantrums. I know I didn't say that earlier, but I've said that before on a lot of things. Somebody when I was talking about sibling rivalry in homeschool, I talked to you all about keeping a diary of things. And the heart of it is it's not sibling rivalry in homeschool. That's something that has been going on before homeschool. Homeschoolers have a tendency to blame every issue that under the sun on homeschooling, and it has absolutely nothing to do with that. Your kids are arguing and bickering and you can't stand it, they're doing that now. That is I don't want to step on any toes, but that's not good. It should have been broken. It should have been broken a long time ago, because that is an indication of how they are going to form relationships. They're not going to have relationships, friendships. They're not going to be healthy at all once they are of age, if they can't even get along with a sibling. Usually that kind of thing does not happen until preteen, teenage years, when they really just can't, they get on each other's nerves. And it does not really happen when they're little. It is something else that's causing that. And even when they're older, those preteen years, you have to, you got to referee the kids, man. You can't just let the kids, because then they're going to go in on you. And, if you like me, I know, not in my house, not at all. Go outside with that, but not up in here. And then don't make us look bad. I send my kids out. You are a representation of us, even though they are, half of them are grown. You are a representation of us. You reflect us. Don't make us look bad. We're not bad. Don't make us look bad. You make yourself look bad, but you're not going to make me look bad. And people be like, well, we know your parents. Yeah. So, anywho, doing this. Something else I wanted to say. Arguing. Get to the heart of it. Sit down and, watch it. Keep your diary. Keep track of what's going on. Food. Just everything. Lots of stuff can set kids off, and it is hard. It's time consuming, and it's time consuming. Sometimes we just don't want to put the time in to find out really what's going on, or at least come close to what's going on. Microwave society, everybody wants answers, instantly. Why are you doing this? Why are you, why are you having a fit? Sit down, be quiet. I don't want to say the other word because we weren't allowed in my house. That was like cursing to say the SHUT word. Words, we couldn't say that. But yeah, you just, don't take that out on the kids. It's the reason why. And I see sometimes just in videos and vlogs and stuff like that, the kids are needing attention, and mom is steadily, going on and going, and it's like you knew that child needed attention before you started. Why would you do that? And then obviously you can see the edits, you can see the hands, go and push. Yeah, that's just the worst to me. Or the child is trying to tell you something and you just kind of blow them off while you continue. I don't, I don't know. I don't get that. Nobody should be that hard up for friendship on social media that they have to put their own child off. Your child is right there looking for attention, and you go turn to social media. And that just, it makes you look bad because other people see it, and it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. Always stop it, acknowledge them, and stop it if you need to. We'll wait. We'll wait. You all, I'm so grateful. You all wait. You're patient. I deliver. You ask. But sometimes you have to wait, and that's just how it is. I have to wait for things, and I don't try to put that pressure. The kids, the family, everybody here is first. Yeah. And I am not one. Not to sound negative, but I'm not attention seeking. I'm not on here for attention. I have plenty. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. Any of that. I'm not here for friendship. I appreciate everybody and things like that, but you all are not my life. Some people are here because they have nothing else in life to do, and man, I would go read a book before I sat here. Yeah. And hopefully you're not doing it for money, because, honey, let me hold up. You go stand on the corner with a sign, I'll work for something. You will get more money like that every day than you would from here. That's a fact. Yeah. Do you know any books that can help kids prepping them for preschool? Books like reading books, stories, workbooks. What type of books? I'm trying to see something else I want to touch on. Question. Oh, I know what it was. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know if I want to put this in here or just make a whole separate talk. Maybe it'd be separate. I want to say another thing on this curriculum. Touch on it. It is very stress-free, very I don't know what to say. Homeschooling. I think I might have to do this again later, though. I've said this over the years. Homeschooling, that is a very, I don't know, and especially nowadays, that term, that the whole concept, I'm just so over that. I'm so over it. I never really been into it, but it's not even, uh, people have abused it, and it's crazy. And it's become something that people are, I see a lot of people not even trying to bring it up. It's just not something, it's taboo. Even though it's blown up, it's taboo. And the reason why is because of some stuff that is, going on, in different communities. And I'm not just talking about here on YouTube, but um, people are giving it a bad name. And I don't, I'm not even associated. You know what? There's no home schooling. That's why you guys saw home education. There's no school anywhere up in here. Okay, we're not doing school. We're not, there's just a way of life. And it's a big difference. It's a big difference. And yeah, I'm going to get into that sometime later on. But yeah, there's no schooling. There's no regulations. The lesson plan stuff, I can show you guys stuff, but for what? The most I'm doing is writing down what we did. I'm not reporting to anybody. I don't have to. I don't have to keep attendance. I don't have, some of y'all just go off, got to have this, got to have that. I know, understand state regulations and stuff like that, but some of that stuff has become so extreme. It's like, you might as well be at school. I don't get it. The pressure. And then that's what is causing that causes the burnout. Even though you're homeschooled, you got that school aspect on it. You got the schedules down and the this and that. And I'm like, oh, wow. That's too much. That's why y'all saw a minute and 30 seconds worth of what we do. That take us 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 15 minutes. And whatever else we do for the rest of the, however long we do it, 2 hours, whatever, I don't know. We read for an hour or something like that. Yeah, we just not educating all day. It just don't work like that. It's not school. If I wanted to put them in school, they would be in school. Prepping them for daycare. I did, again, I did share the, as far as I shared the comprehensive workbook that has pretty much everything in it, teaches them their shapes, their colors, basic math and stuff like that. Concept, not math, but, well, it just depends on the age. Those little workbooks to me are much better than the Dollar Tree workbooks because they do have a certain rhythm and rhyme. The Dollar Tree workbooks is, one page of this, one page of that, one page of this, one page of that, and you just move on, and there's, it's a little bit and they're done, and are they really understanding it? And these other ones, they really do get the concepts. And you can actually expand upon those things. I would say the best way to help a preschooler is to just sit down and talk to them and show them everyday, living concepts. Oh my gosh. Anything can become, your living environment is, they are learning. You're folding the laundry, a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, they can help you do laundry. Stuff like that. Look at the shape of this pair of pants. Look at the shape of this, teach them stuff like that. The shape of this book, the shape of the TV, the shape of the refrigerator, the shape, the stove. The color, look at the sky, look at the trees, look at just every day. You don't really need anything, for little kids. it's so easy. It's really so easy with the little ones. Food is a good one. You can do so much with food. You always have food, apples, oranges, bananas, that type of thing. Color, shapes, textures, teach them how to measure, teach them how to pour, get some beans. Sensory bins are really good for little kids. They don't really, the concepts and stuff like that, especially math. Those are things that they really don't need to grasp, or they're really not going to grasp. Their mind is not even that far. Really 6, maybe 7, for most kids, when they're ready for, actual math. Until then, I would just, use everyday living as you're learning. But yeah, there are plenty of books and things that you can use. I would try to use whatever you use. Stay away from the cartoon stuff. That's my best advice. I don't want to be biased against any particular, we're living book people, but I don't really want to be biased. But stay away from the cartoon stuff. Show them real pictures and stuff, real animals, real people, real situations, so that it doesn't confuse them. There's a time for that. When they get old enough, they will learn the difference between real and make-believe. But when they're little, you want them to see things in real form as much as possible, so that they can really relate to them. So true. Thank you for mentioning this. Okay. Yeah, about the concept of, that term homeschool. Ooh. Yeah, I always pay attention to my daughter first. She even likes making videos with me. Yeah, if you expose them to the real stuff, it really does help. And even in the little workbooks that the one that they do have, it does have some cartoony stuff. But my kids were so immune to that when I gave it to them, because again, they grew up not watching TV, or there was no media. We didn't have it. And so they knew the difference. By the time I introduced the TV, they knew what was what. So, yeah, I just can't. And I can't even say that it's staying. Matter of fact, the TV, this the only TV up right here, because it's in here. But the TV downstairs, the flip is going on down there. There's no TV down there. So, yeah. But I can't, you guys take the TV away for a while. Take your, even for yourself. Even for yourself. I'm up. Sometimes I'm up. I don't get into bed till like 2 in the morning because I'm working or something. I try to get in. You guys, I love Greenleaf. And sometimes, the season is now. This is November. It's on Netflix now. This season. It's about to start on Netflix. But I had saved up a couple of episodes because I just didn't get to watching them the night they came on. So I don't always, I watch TV once a week, but I don't always watch it once a week either. Sometimes I have to watch the 2 back to back just to keep up, because I just try to stay off of the TV. The kids came in here. Oh, Mom's reading a book. Yeah, Mom's reading a book. Mom reads a book, and I cannot stress that enough, you guys. My kids don't like reading books. You know why? It's because they don't see you reading. Mom's reading a book. I'm going to go read a book. And that's what they do. Mom, can we read some books? They will bring every book under the sun in this room. Can we read some books? It's like, okay. But yeah, you have to, you have to live it. If you're going to, preach it, you have to live it. Yeah, as far as, even if you don't, if you don't do the workbook thing, you can do whatever on paper. Just keep a lot of white paper. I always keep white paper. You can draw those concepts on paper. Let the child draw. You know, that's just stuff they like. And art is just, you know, something that, yeah, white paper is something I should just, you know, truly have stock in, because I'd be so rich. But yeah, that's just something that's indispensable, and they can just create whatever, you know, make their own books and things like that. You don't have to go out and buy anything fancy to teach a little kid. This thing is going off again. Chart. Man, this chart is slow. 5. Here, my daughter's 5. She likes to help measure food, drawing, color, painting. Yes, I let her do 2 pages in her workbook. She just likes doing the other stuff I mentioned. Yeah, that's, you know, my little one. Oftentimes, she just, you know, they all love art and painting and stuff. That's why I invest. But, yeah, I just, you know, that's the type of thing we would do. Sometimes you know, I know, okay, we haven't done math today. We haven't done math in 3 days. Y'all, I don't stress out. We haven't done math in a week. We haven't done math in 2 weeks, you know, like in the book. I don't stress out over that. They still know how to add, subtract, divide, and multiply. I do not stress out over that. We end up doing some coloring, some painting, some, you know, other stuff. And to me, that's more memorable. I'm older, and I'm trying to, I have to remind myself that these kids are little, and some of the stuff I did with my older kids, I have to keep doing it because I now have little kids again. And so I'm finding myself doing, and yeah, we did this, and we did that, and we made this, and we used to do this. So I have to do this stuff all over again. I can't just say, oh, because this child has graduated college, I don't have to do that stuff anymore. Well, I have little kids again. So I have to do this stuff again. So sometimes we just go on break and just do all kind of stuff. And they come to me, Mom, we want to do some work. You know, we do our work. We're just very, very relaxed. Very relaxed. But if we spend the day, you know, the child, I posted on Instagram, all the elephant and piggy books. Can we read all the books? She want to come read all the books to me. Okay, read all the books to me. You know, that type of thing. And, you know, they get the best learning out of that. About reading. I used to read a lot to him every night. He was always reading on his own. Yes. Oh, Robert, I'm Wendy. Okay, using my husband's gal, talking about preschool. I just wanted to thank you so much for your Hooked on Phonics review video. Well, you're welcome. It's one of my most watched, still commented on videos, you know, because people take it as, I don't know, because it's old school. It's just it's old, but, you know, it works. I don't read as much anymore, and now I have to make him read. Yeah, and see, that's what I don't do. I don't make them read. I just, you know, I have one, and I'm not gonna name. Well, no, I have 2 kids. Let me cut this light on. That one of them is older, okay, and this child, and I've said this before, and I probably mentioned who it was, but the child would not read a book to save their life. Okay, just, I mean, not that they couldn't read, very good reader, but it was like too much, you know, I'm just, you know, unbothered. I want to do something else. And I let them do something else, and they were fine, you know, and there was no problem. But it became, I don't know, it was summer of middle school, and they had to read the book and go to the school, and, you know, and I'm ordering up the book at Barnes & Noble because, you know, every kid has it. So, yeah, I go up there and get the book. Here's the book. First day of school, you read the book? No. You had me do whatever to what I don't know what I was doing, but to go up there and get this book and you didn't read the book, you in trouble. So, get to school and come back home. What happened? Oh, I'm going to read the book. And then I'm gonna loan the book to so-and-so. I love the book. So, and we just made a joke. The child said, I'd rather read a magazine, So, yeah. But the child really is a good reader. So, yeah. I just, you leave them alone, and I leave this other one alone, and I just sometimes kind of worry, and I was kind of I was worried but not worried, just I don't know. And then I had to remind myself, you know what? I see this child every day. I know what this child is capable of. Kids will try to pull stuff on you because they don't want to do it, or they think if you just flinch a little bit, then they got you. Yeah. And then the next thing I know, I see a chapter book coming here. Look what I read. A couple days later, look what I read. Look what I read. Okay. So you've been reading. Okay. So I just stopped saying, I just say, hey, I had one. I'm bored. Or I said, wait a minute. Where's your new book? Go get your new book. You finished this series. Go get your new book. Well, I don't know. Oh, no. Remember, these books came in a few months back, and you said you wanted to read this one. Here's your book. And so now they're reading the book. But I don't do anything more than that. I just remind them every day, hey, go read your chapter. And most times they will go more than a chapter. And I'm good. They're good. Because once they start, they want to. Let me see. I took your advice, ordered the original set from eBay. My daughter's loving it. I was not expecting to pick up on it so fast. Oh, yeah. Everybody says that. But, yeah. I mean, I've never seen any, and I say it before, and I don't know, I could be biased, but I'm not really because I've used other things. I've never seen anything just have them reading out the gate and not robot reading. They're actually reading just straight out the gate. So, they don't sponsor me, but yeah, it works. She's 3. I want to wait till she's at least 4 to introduce phonics. She loves it. Yeah, that's how my little 4-year-old. And even her, I don't push her to read anything. I never did. She wanted to, and I don't. Even with school, she is working with my 6-year-old. And she can do, whatever. She can keep up. And I wasn't trying to make her, write sentences and things like that. But if you leave her out, she, man, talk about a tantrum. She wants to do what everybody else is doing. So, I give her, hey, this is it. This is what to do. And she does it. But it's not a every day, okay, let's do this. You have to, she'll say, I don't want to do that. And some stuff she just bored. The flip. The unexpected text. Anyway, yeah, she's bored, and she just, some stuff I have to challenge her constantly because it's just too much. I was trying to do the little phonics thing, and some of the stuff, that child is well beyond that stuff. I can't even fake the funk with you guys. She didn't want to be bothered with it. It's baby stuff. So I let her go, I'm trying to say I didn't. She'd come in here and get those books and sit down and read those books by herself. And I didn't teach her all the words. She just, and I'm thinking sometimes she won't know these words, but she will open these books and read these words. And I'm like, where did you learn this? So, guys, just sit back and let the kids, give them a little bit and let them go and just see. Don't be so quick to, every day we have to sit down and do this and this and this. You want to watch progression, natural progression. Because, if you constantly feed it to them, they are going to get tired. You are going to get tired because they're going to start to pull back, and then you're going to feel like, well, we didn't do this today. We didn't do this yesterday. We didn't do this. We didn't do this. Take a day off. Take 2 days off. Take a week off. Take a month off. Just don't stress out. They don't forget. Yeah. To introduce ABC Mouse to my 1-year-old. She loves it. No phonics. He would ask for it every day. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Eclectic readers. My daughter's learning how to read from the primer book. Yes. Are you using the whiteboard or chalkboard with it? Because I did show a video like right before I shared the curriculum of actually how those lessons go. And that is, if you watch, was that yesterday I put up? I think it was yesterday. According to the manual Mr. McGuffey put out, that is how he recommends. And that's just something I was doing anyway, to show them the words. But it is suggested that you teach the lesson on the whiteboard first before you give them a book. As you saw, if you watched the video of them, we were sitting at the table. They had read all the words, and they what do you got it? That's how I get their fluency up, and that's how you keep them from robot reading. Because once they get through those words, they write the words. One is helping their handwriting. And then they start linking the words as a sentence, and they will read them that way rather than you having a point. I tried to use Teach a Child to read 100 easy lessons, and she didn't like it now, but now she loves it. Yeah, I have a story on that. I do have a story. I have one that does take 200 easy lessons, and I have one that takes 20. No, it's called the dang, it's downstairs. The reading lesson is 20 lessons, and I have one that takes 2 alpha phonics. Any luck on finding private school or are you going to homeschool exclusively for a few more years? It's nice to see you back. Ooh, it's nice to see you. Y'all, yeah. Private school. My heart, everybody's heart is here. I just am so home education. Teach your own. At the moment, no. We're not looking for anything. I just like to look just to kind of get some ideas. I've been, pulling some late nights, some early mornings, but I've been making do and I'm fine. Even with having to do things, go out of town, and I just got back. We just got back in town, but we're making do and it works. So I don't see putting them anywhere. It's some stuff going on, and I'm not even even though my oldest schooler is high schooler is in school, there are some things that are going on there that I just do not like, and it's always this high school thing, and that was the spot where I was sold on with the kids, putting them in high school. I don't know what it is, but it's always, it's high school is rough. It's really rough. And I think probably then that's when I really, pick it up to get them in a private high school. or kind of right before. But yeah, they're not going nowhere. Not anytime soon. Yes, I have to try a race board. She loves making sentences. So fun to see her learning. My son loved 100 lessons, but my daughter no. Yeah. I still see he has a good foundation because I read to him every night when he was younger. He can pronounce words better than me. Yes, these kids, boy, they will pick up on stuff. And yeah, um, I follow the same format used in the video with the ones, and it really works. Yeah, it does. And I'm not claiming it, even though I said that's something I've done and used. I didn't even know, before I found the manual, I didn't know everything in there, but some of that stuff I was already doing, and so it was just, old school, and so that's what I did. But it really makes perfect sense. And I see that, like I said, there's no stress on them. There's no stress at all. They do what they do. To take 15 minutes to do what we have to do is done. I think I shared the older kids. We were on the Instagram Live, and they went through a lesson a while ago. And, yeah. So I would just, continue to share kind of stuff like that. So you can see I have not shared I told you guys there is a difference between the revised edition McGuffies and the original editions. Yeah, there's a difference, and I'm going to walk you through. And if you guys really paid attention, the Christian, the green, the light sage green, these are, okay, also by Mr. McGuffey. Those are the ones that we use as well. I'm going to share a different walkthrough of those, and if you can find those, you can use those as well. But I would still go with the original ones. Something else. Do something not boring. Please, no offense. Wow. Okay. What do you suggest that's not boring, Amy? We would love to hear. Good evening, Linda. I'll wait. We're waiting. Something that's not boring. Give me your suggestions. Something more interesting. What? I don't want to be a grammar police, but something more interesting. What is interesting? I'm answering questions, so this is you all's chat. This is not really my chat. I'm just trying to fill in. Because I did put up a curriculum, not a typical curriculum video. There was nothing. So, and that's been a first, and I don't think many people don't do videos like that. I just shared it, and that was it. So, and you guys know that I always share. Now, I don't like to just show you something and say this is it. Just like it's real. Okay, you guys, what I'm doing is real. It's been real. I have the work, and I've showed you live. I'm not just showing you something just to show you. I have other things to do. Something not boring, something fun. What's fun? Because your idea of fun is different. Okay, Amy. Mm. You know, some people, you need the floor. I'll let you have the floor. Anyway. Yeah. Hey, Samira. Miss 3 and done. And how is Miss Birthday Girl doing? Girl, wow. I'm sure she had a good time. You know, we don't, I wish everybody blessings. Everybody's wishing me blessings today. Again, I woke up. I was just grateful to wake up. Okay. We don't make a big deal out of it, really. We had one birthday last month, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. We have 3 more. Wait, 3 more? She's doing great. Wait, 1, 2, yeah. No, 4 more. Y'all, I can't even count. There's so many kids around here. The twins have one coming up Thursday. Because, y'all, this time, 8 years ago, I was in the hospital. I had been in the hospital for 5, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Yeah, y'all. Halloween in the hospital is not the place to be. But anyway, yeah. So they have one coming up to Thursday, and then the 4-year-old will be 5 on not Tuesday, but next Tuesday. So yeah, she's gonna be a whole hand week. Oh my gosh! Wow! Congrats! And you know what? That has been on my mind, and I couldn't. Man, that's why I've been thinking about you. Wow! You know what? Man, I want all the positivity, all that good energy to go your way and everything. Wow, that's a blessing. Yeah, that's the reason why you've been on my mind. Somebody else came out with something too, and I kind of figured that. Yeah, I've been MIA too, but it ain't it's not that kind of party. My baby is a whole handful. She's about to be a whole handful, and that's it. I'm too I don't know. I'm done. I am done. I got grandbabies bringing up the rear. So, yeah. You mentioned your child is in high school. Did you bring any element of homeschool into their life? Yeah, he was homeschooled. All of them were. He just went back into school this year. So, it's been more or less, this one is, I want to say, why is the child in school? Well, for one, because we believe in letting our children decide. He's more than capable of whatever, and we just don't want to limit them. We want them to have the experience. I've always said that I don't want to be the child's sole. We don't want to be the children's sole teachers. We want them to experience life in the world and not shelter them like that. In our home, our expectation is for them to transition into higher education, which has been the case. And obviously they have to take instruction from someone else. And I don't really know children that do well if they have not had any sort of experience with some outside, sources, and then have the child transition. They just, it just doesn't go over well. And you know what? I'm going to talk about that later on. That's a whole separate topic. I meant while in school. I did. The kids, the homeschooling, they were always supplemented. So they were supplemented really with public school. So they kind of, I don't know, and I've talked about that too, why we did a combination of both. And the teachers were, so they were in, on what we were doing, and they were so grateful that, when they came in, in the beginning of the year, they knew, and they were just on board, and so grateful that I was doing what I was doing. And I told them, look, just because, school is out on such and such day, or, during this time, we're still homeschooling. We still have this level of expectation and such and such. And they, they really did appreciate it, because, we knew, hey, this child is capable of this. They weren't allowed to slack. That's just something we don't let them do. You just don't slack. If somebody said, so-and-so is not doing this, or they're not participating, or I thought their work was not as good as it could be, right away I'm like, okay, what's going on? Even the teachers would expect a little more because of the situation. So, yeah, I just believe in educating your own. Teachers can only do so much, and that's just partly because when you've been a teacher, you know what you can do, you know what you're capable of, and there's no way I could have gotten them this far just sending them to public school and thinking the teacher can do it. It just does not work like that, Yeah, some teachers do really have a heart. My heart was in it, not for the money, but for the kids. And, I did what I could, but again, it's school, some kids and parents just, sending kids to school, and they expect school to be it. And that's it, the bell rings and it's the end of the day and they check out. And you never hear or see, from the parent, unless something is, you sending home a bad grade or something like that. Even if your child is in public school or private school or charter school or what have you, it is your responsibility to educate your child. Do not think that it is the teacher's job. School, public school, any school, is institution. That's it. It's institutionalized learning. Okay, it is daycare for the working. They do not care about your kids. They don't care if they get an education. They are preparing them to go on into the workforce, not to learn anything. Yeah, you gotta. People have to work to keep society running, and they need somewhere to put the kids. That's all there is to that. So making sure they read. You tutor them. Did you give them extra work? We always did. I wouldn't say extra work. We did different things. We didn't do just extra work. We would just do different things, and exposing them to different things, music, arts, going different places, learning about different things, early. And I met them where they were. That's pretty much still how I do things. Like this little one, I think, because I see all this little, especially for the little kid, she's 4, they're doing preschool stuff, and I kind of miss that. But she's not preschool by far. She's not even kindergarten. And I had to realize that a few years back. She's just not on that level. And, I'm not saying that the child is highly intelligent. I can tell that. I can just tell by the way she speaks. But, I just give her, I meet her where she is and challenge her the best that I can. And she'll let me know, if she is not liking something, or, she loves something, she lets me know. So I just kind of go with that. Oh, yeah, give them, go beyond what they bring home from school. Go beyond those assignments, and you really explore. Really explore what they're doing. Really get into what they're doing, and make it fun. Wow, I'm just, oh boy. Yeah, one more on the way. Man, I'm still, wow. That is just awesome. Awesome, awesome news. Yeah. Yeah. What else I can bring up? But y'all trust me, once they are in, if you're transitioning them into college, nobody's going to ask them, or, even a job, did you get extra work? Did your mom give you extra work? They don't care. They do not care one bit. They can tell the child that is, prepared and well-rounded versus one that is not, but they don't want to care about extra work. You just, you challenge them to keep them from getting bored, and to make sure you're, so that they can see that you're showing an interest in what they're doing. Just like sitting here, we do our lessons. I don't just leave them by the wayside and say, hey, do this. But at the same time, these kids are 8. And I said this some years ago, and I'm not recanting at all, because I've done this and seen the result. There is nothing else I can teach these kids, nothing more. I've already taught them everything that they need to know. It is up to them to learn. I have taught them how to learn, and that is my sole purpose. That's our sole purpose of educating the kids, to teach them how to learn. And I've taught them that. So they don't need my assistance in anything. The little ones, they're still trying to, there's some things that I still can, teach them and stuff like that. But yeah, once your kids become a certain age, you can't teach them anything anymore. And yeah, once they become teenagers, oh, you can forget it. You'll be sitting there talking to you blue in the face. They're not going to listen to you anyway. You can have grown kids and they still calling you on the phone saying, why you didn't? Well, you know what? I just say, and yeah, whatever, because they don't listen to you. You do any outside activities or co-ops. Currently, we are not. I'm doing everything on my own, but yes, I am getting ready to outsource some things. Not particularly, co-ops. I'm not particularly fond of co-ops. Homeschool co-ops. Yeah, just no. But we are going to outsource some things and get into some things. With we wanted to do some sports and lessons and things like that, but you guys know we had to move, and then we had a lot of stuff going on, and not knowing if we had to take the child to college, and just all the back and forth, and the stuff that I'm doing. We've been traveling. It was just too much. So I can say first of the year, but no, because I'm getting ready to go out state again. But in the spring, everybody should be doing something that's outsourced. So I'm trying to outsource everything. I'm trying to outsource. And I thought about, I was thinking about the nanny thing and, the school thing. I'm just going to outsource things and not even worry about if I have to have somebody come or insource it, have somebody come in and, hey, do this, You guys, there's so many resources. I don't know, where you live, but there are colleges everywhere. See college students, see graduates. Subject areas you have trouble with, you don't understand, you don't like, hire somebody. Hire somebody to do it for you. That is another, socialization. Oh, that would really boost the socialization issue. Yeah. But hire somebody. You get busy and you can't, instead of shorting the kids on time and you getting frustrated, like if you have a child that's you're butting heads with, or the child seems like they're not getting it, or, just something, instead of changing your curriculum, hire somebody else. Bring somebody else in and see what happens. Don't be so opposed to that. Bring somebody else in. Did you find a nanny? No, I didn't. I did not kind of stop because I got busy and I don't know. I said, I'm going to just outsource what I can and go from there. It's not so bad. Things have kind of lightened up with, I don't know, I guess because I get a break every now and then. So I'm not so overwhelmed. But I just could not find, and I probably won't, what I'm looking for. And I don't think my standards are too high. I just cannot seem to find. So maybe one day, but as long as we live. Were you looking for a live-in? No, not a live-in. Not yet. But y'all, when we get that other house built, well, they might be big by then. Well, no, what is this? Well, no, because this probably be even bigger, busier. Yeah, I really might consider then, because I think I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the way stuff is going now, I'm not getting ready to get into like personal stuff, what's going on. But I'm pretty sure we'll probably need somebody then. So yeah, when we get that other house, I really might consider that, because we'll have the we'll be a little more situated and know what we're doing. So yeah, somebody, or at least part-time, because sometimes, yeah, we do have to leave, and we're gone for leaving the kids, and not just leaving the kids. You guys know my brother lives here, so they're not by themselves, but minors. It would be nice to leave somebody else, and then have everything still intact. Not that it's not intact when we come home, but y'all, they're kids. Sometimes it just looks like a bomb detonated. But I know I'm getting ready to hire a maid, though, for real. Yeah, that is for real. I'm going to hire a maid, and we're going to have a family meeting. I've just been sitting here like, okay, I understand, whatever. But I am not above help. And, man, sometimes I just don't. I enjoy keeping the house, clean and tidy and things like that. You minimize stuff and do that. But sometimes I just don't want to do it. It just, yeah, I just don't want to do it. And I'm the one doing the kids do their part, but the maintenance, the deep cleaning, all that kind of stuff, y'all, because I'm OCD. And I just would rather, say, hey, it's coming out the household budget. But yeah, I'm really asked me what I wanted, and I was really considering it. Do you like candles? Yes. You see my candles back there. Love them. It smells so good in here. I think that's what do I usually it's coconut or pineapple. I think that's coconut. So yeah, I think it's time to outsource stuff. Not as an excuse to be lazy, but you know, just trying to do the floors. And I'm a floor person. Y'all know I can't cook if the floor hasn't been swept and mopped. And sometimes that turned into doing the whole house, and it take me 2 hours just to do the floors. So to save myself some 2 hours, I'd rather just let somebody else do it. And you know, I can deal with the rest. But yeah, my maid would be my robot vacuum. That's on my Christmas list. Yeah, this is my husband. He's saying one of those. And then we got the sweeper thing too. I don't know. Like I said, I'm so OCD. I just have to. I gotta have it right. That's a good. That will give you a good break though, especially nowadays. Ugh, I can't live without the shark. The shark is just life, because you know these wood floors around here, man, and the tile, that's a whole issue. I try to, you know, sometimes I don't do the whole house, but most of the time I have to do the whole house. I just can't do the one floor and say it's done. And then I get to, you know, I'm a detail person, and my older kids, they can stand it. We clean the baseboards, y'all. I have heard some stories. I've seen some stuff. I don't judge anybody, but you know, I heard a lot of people, I don't know, we can't paint the baseboards. You know, because people will watch videos and they will nitpick about stuff. And I know we ran out of all off the questions, but they nitpick. They find the littlest things, and it's like, do you even clean that in your house? But you know, I've heard somebody's coming to the door. You have to wait a few minutes. We can't paint. You know, this is not our house. This is a rental. This is XYZ. We can't do this. And I'm like, ain't nobody said nothing about paint. Who paints dirt? It's called get down there with a rag and some vinegar, because vinegar will do it all, and clean that mess. You don't paint over dirt and dust. For real? You know, and I'm sweeping. I'm the type, I sweep and I, you know, vacuum and, you know, whatever. The kids don't always look at that stuff, but if I show you guys, you know, I'm serious. You know, clean up. You got to get on the floor and clean that, wipe that stuff down. Because I've seen people, and they've admitted it. Oh, we let this go. We don't have time. Or we're hiring somebody to do the deep cleaning. Okay, yeah, because on the surface, when you sweep, you look at that stuff and it doesn't look dirty. But if you put your finger down there and you go across it, oh man. So I do that. You know, that white glove test. They can't stand it. But I'm like, look, I don't like to. I don't know, the allergies, just, yeah. That's why it's funny when I hear people say, oh, we don't do carpet because of allergies. Let me check your baseboards. Let me see if you really telling the truth, because that's where the allergies come from, them nasty baseboards. So, yeah, I wipe cabinets down, handles down, everything. That's just me. So, take the knobs off. Yeah, I sure will. But yeah, y'all, you don't paint over that dust. You wipe it down. It is dirty. It gets dirty often. The stairs, those places that I know all the time. And as soon as they have the little chores and oh, I'm done. They know I will go right to the sink, around the little backsplash, the ledge. That's the first place I put my finger. No, no, it's not clean. I'm sorry. Mom, nope, do it all over again. But yeah, that and the toilet. Nobody likes to clean around the toilet. Y'all know that. So, but yeah, I make them do it. Anywho, clean it. I mean, what's the other nemesis? The blinds. Not cleaning the blinds. Not cleaning your AC vents, your fans. That's where the dust lives. You have to clean that stuff. So, yeah, stuff like that is tedious, and it will take all day around here. And I'm not looking forward to that. Once we get the other house built, I'm definitely going to have help, because we live all over the house. We're not excluding anybody from anything, I don't think, or any room. I don't think we've ever done that. But I'm definitely going to have help, because it's just a lot. It's, with the schooling and the laundry and the shopping and the, stuff like that. That's a whole lot. So cleaning up. But y'all, I have a whole deal about this cleaning up thing. I'm all for spending time with your kids, but y'all, some of these large family people, or just, people in general, come on here like, oh my, I need to clean up, but I'd rather do this with my kids. Some of y'all just give us, especially this large family thing, a bad rap. My house, you guys have seen the dining room. You guys have seen the library. That's how it looks around here. There's not stuff all over the floor. There's not stuff all over the counters. There's not stuff in the corners. That's why we got rid of everything. Don't put me in that category, y'all. We are not, this is not just throw stuff around type of thing, stack it up over here type of thing. No, not at all. But yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Yeah, some people are just it's a mess, and it's a mess because home is a mess because you have a lot of stuff to manage, and I've said that time and time again. The stuff is managing you. You're not managing it. Get rid of it, and your life will be a whole lot simpler. You can spend the time with the kids. You can spend the time with the kids. I don't always spend all that time doing all the floors. I just, that's when I'm pretty much the first time for the week doing my little deep cleaning thing. That's what it takes. Because, you got to stop and refill the mop and, stuff like that. Go up the stairs, unplug this, go in this room. So, yeah. And sweep everything. So, yeah. Man, that's a whole, like I said, that's a whole nother video in itself to live like that. I totally get that. Your kids will thank you for a clean home. Trust me, they will. They do not want to see chaos, and you wonder why your kids act up. Look at the surroundings. Sometimes I know my kids freak out. A couple of my kids freak out when they see a mess. They will freak out, literally. That's why things have to be just so, because it gives them anxiety. It gives me anxiety. My husband told you, if he comes in here and it's something a mess, or it needs to be put up or something like that, or dishes or whatever, he'll just do it, because he can't stand it. I can't stand it. I don't make a big deal about it. I just do it. Or, you know, if I got something else to do, okay, well, you know what? You're going to have to wait just a few minutes until I finish doing this because somebody did this or this, you know, needs to be done. But it's not a stress out where I'm having to choose, oh, I have to, you know, we can't do school because I got to clean the house. That's, you know, no excuse at all. And I don't know, one day I'll probably show you guys just a little, I mean, just to show you. But like I said, there's not stuff everywhere. Everything has a place, and it's like that every day. If I walk through the front door, had the camera on, you will see the same thing every day. Everything is in its place. I think pretty much the only time stuff is like crazy is like if we were gone or grocery shopping day. That is like the mess, and I have to hurry up and put that stuff up. That's like the craziest. Yeah, the counters, the kitchen counters. Other than that, oh, boy. Let's see. Okay, another. This thing is still popping off. Well, alrighty then. So, message coming. I don't know. Any more questions? I don't have anything else. I'll send a couple other things I'm going to talk about in future videos. What happened? BFF. We are going to do soon. I don't want to say end of the week, but possibly next week we'll do something. I don't know, something he was telling me he want to talk to you guys about. And or maybe the fellas. I'm not sure. I can't remember what. But we'll do one this month. Yeah, one this month. Because I know people are going on vacation and that type of thing. And there won't be that much interaction. But I am, as far as the channel, I'm still uploading. I'm trying to get stuff up. And, you know, ready to go. So that it's not just sitting there, stuff scheduled. And all I can say is just keep watching. You know, there's some, I'm not trying to say not hauls, but there might be some hauls coming up. I don't know. More on homeschooling. I got a crying little one. She's coming. What's the matter? Oh, goodness. What happened? Come here. What happened? She was being mean to you. You don't know? Okay. Can you close the door for me? Ask her not to be mean. Tell her how you feel. Okay? Come here, Zai. Close it. Did you hear what I said? Ask her not to be mean. Tell her how you feel. Oh, she's so sensitive. She's so sensitive. Oh, boy. Kid. And yeah, more homeschooling, more meal vlogs, more freezer cooking. I don't know. My husband was saying something about something he wanted to. He's gonna freeze some stuff. So I'm just, I don't know. I might show you guys his product or film, whatever he's doing. And yeah, I don't know, because I really don't know what's interesting and what's not. And some of the stuff I have I don't even share. I don't know. I just think nobody wants to watch. Like at this point, I'm probably just rambling, but some of you guys probably want to hear. Obviously, you're still here. But I'm getting ready to end this. Yeah, I will. Let's see. I don't know when I'll be back live. I'm not even going to say when I'll be live again. When time permits, you guys know I go Instagram sometimes. You guys saw. I do have something funny I'm going to share. Yeah. A couple of out of ordinary things that I'm going to share. Not typical for the channel, but I've been saving this up for so long, and I just figure I might as well just share this. There's somebody, I don't know. Obviously, it's a thing, and I didn't even know it was a thing. It's weird, but I'm going to share it. And you guys will know what it is. It's something weird, and I just never thought. But it is a thing on YouTube. Thanks for your advice. You're welcome. But yeah, Instagram, so you can see pretty much what's going on throughout the, live. And if I'm on the phone, I might do something impromptu. Like, when was I live last? I was sick last week. Yeah, that night I didn't feel good. So, just whatever. But I really do want to come back and start doing some more sit-down topics, because I do have things that I really want to share, and I have been wanting to share. I just haven't had the time to do it. Just kind of address some things, and I have something else I want to address. It's kind of pressing, but it's not, and it has to do with it does have to do with the homeschool community and vlogs and things like that. Not to step on anybody's toes, but it's something that some people just may not know about. And, I've kind of talked about it. If you guys are not vloggers and you watch and you're thinking about vlogging, I'm going to give you some things to consider. This is stuff that people don't always talk about. It's always, well, how much money can I make? Like I said, go hold up a sign. Don't quit your day job. But yeah, it's something else. It's something else, and really has a lot to do with what's being shared. And a lot of people have picked up on it, because I noticed that they don't share certain things. You don't share your kids, or your kids' faces, or your kids' names. It's a privacy issue, and it's a big one. It's been big. You guys be careful on here. Vloggers, be careful. That's all I have to say is be careful of the content. The content that you put up here is not yours. Okay? Once you put it up here, anybody can sit here with a camera. They can film. They can download whatever you say. They can change the wording. They can take out clothes, add, whatever. Be careful of what you put up here. If you don't want anybody to exploit you, don't put it up here. That's all I have to say. Okay? Because it's nasty. It's ugly, and it's unfortunate. I'm going to come back with it. But it's like you put yourself up here. I've seen so many people, and not just homeschool, but in the homeschool community too. I have seen so many people exploited. So many of you that I watch. I have seen your videos other places. I try to say, and I'm not trying to be a know-it-all, but I see stuff, and it's like, don't get mad. You put it up there. Somebody's going to use it. Okay? Yes, and use the videos. Yes, Tanya. Yes, they will. They can chop those videos all kind of ways. So, yeah. Don't get mad. This is not your platform. You can do that on your website. But don't put it on mass social media like that, because it doesn't, the content belongs to everybody. I froze and I'm back. Okay. So, You know, there's legal action you can take if it's on your personal site that you own. You know, if you own all the domain all the way across, you can take some action. But if you put it up on here, Instagram, Facebook, anybody, you know, given permission, something I'm going to talk about, you know, in another video. It'll be a short one. It's just something that's been bothering me. I'm just, you know, kind of don't if you're vlogging or thinking about vlogging, be careful about the content that you share. Be very careful. Somebody, they are cleaning up YouTube. I can't say that. They are cleaning up. There's some stuff going on. Some people talked about being hacked. You can be hacked. Just all kinds of stuff. Just be mindful of what you're doing. Okay? Anyway, yeah, and it's sad that, you know, people are using videos, okay, and making money off of it, okay? They're making more money than you off of your own content. Isn't that a caution? Yeah. So it's not worth it. It's not even worth it. Use YouTube as a you know, it's a hobby. I don't know. It's not a job, y'all. People that are using it, you know, that it is a job, they're selling out the family. You know, that's all it is. They're selling out the family. Don't believe it. Let's say some drama I'm watching pop off where the person is actually living in the vicinity and they lying like for some views and some coins. I'm like, wow. And no, I'm not gonna mention who it is, but yeah, it's crazy. It is so crazy what people do for the sake of 5 minutes of fame on YouTube, man. Get out and go to work. All right, y'all. Peace out. They are pimping their kids for money. Yes, girl, pimp them. Okay, parking lot pimping. The whole family. And I'm telling you, if I just, man, there's no way. That's one of the, I know I did ask, and I'm getting ready to go, a while ago about the daily vlogs, and somebody said something to the fact that they won't see anything beneficial. It's monotonous. No, it's not that. There are 11 of us here. Okay, you will see plenty, but we're not getting ready to pimp our family. That's just not what we're gonna do. There are some hard topics, but I know a lot of people are not ready. We know that, and we're not even gonna go there. There are some things that I'm gonna touch on. I'm gonna be sitting right here like this. There just won't be any chat. It'll be pre-recorded. But because I want you guys to listen. I don't want any commentary. But yeah, we're not getting ready to, you know, it would be some wise stuff. There's some stuff that, there's a lot of stuff floating around in here that, you know, the conversations and things like that, that everybody, you know, shares and experiences and stuff like that. I think we do have a lot to offer. I know we do. But there's a level. There's a certain level, and we have a certain respect for our family. Like I said, the kids, you know, you take that to the street. We're not getting ready to put us in the street like that. And some people just, you know, are not made for everybody. They just won't get everybody, every family. It's not that we don't want to be judged. We don't care. We're not that type, you know, to be worried about, you know, it's like, okay, what do you have? What do you have to offer? What are you doing? You know, before you judge us. We're not, you know, we're not caring like that. But, yeah, we're not getting ready to pimp out the family. It just don't work, you know. And not everybody realizes that even daily vlogs are not daily vlogs, and they're scripted. Okay, you guys know more or less. I will put on the camera, run the camera, and it's just straight free. I mean, I'm not editing anything. I could definitely do it. I just don't want to. It would just be raw footage. So, yeah. Some of y'all are just not ready. Not ready at all. And that's life. And we get that. I just, for those of you that have hung around, are joining, we do appreciate. I appreciate those of you. I mean, some of you guys have watched. These kids are about to be 8. Some of you guys have been here. I've been here since they were probably about 13 months, maybe. No, they might have been a little bit younger than that. You've been around all this time. Thank you. You've watched these kids grow up. Yeah, the kids getting up and going out of the house and such and living life, yeah, we appreciate that, but we can only give so much. We rise. I try to answer and respond to you all's requests and things like that, but certain things are off limits. Certain topics are off limits. Some stuff, it's drama. You just want some drama, go somewhere else. That's all I have to say is we don't want to get into it. We are we thugs. We just not about that thug life. Okay. Yeah, and no ghetto over here. Sorry, y'all. We are classy. Okay. We are very classy. Anywho, yeah, might be a little savage, but we classy. Good night.